welcome back to my channel. My name is Keh-me and you're watching my Lana doll here on YouTube. First things first, I want to apologise for the overdue video, the amount of time that I've spent off of YouTube. Honestly, it's because I've just been adjusting to like year 11 and like studying and like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you get it. I've just been like adjusting to like how I want to like insert the days that I record and what days are better for me, and it's just been, I've been really busy. I've been really busy. Yeah, I've kind of figured out how I want to insert the days that I want to record into my weekly schedule, and so there will be no more days, no more weeks, no more months that I spend off of YouTube, unless like I'm like extremely busy. Like when it comes to near the time of GCSE, which is in May, I won't really be posting much until after GCSEs, which GCSEs only last like, I don't know. But to conclude, I apologize for my long time off of YouTube. Even though I haven't been on YouTube has definitely been on my mind. So I've come up with this like idea to do like story time surrounded the time where I used to go on this specific bus, and this specific bus used to give me headache, as in stuff would happen. I have stories for days about this bus. So today I'm going to give you guys two stories. One of them is going to be about the time a woman weed. The second one is going to be about harassment. Stay tuned to find out what happened in both stories, and stay tuned to find out what happened in many more stories to come on my YouTube channel. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If I were you, I would stay tuned, and if I were you, I would click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that I won't miss a video like this. Okay, period. Also, I want to do like a skincare routine. My skin isn't nowhere near clear right now, but like I've been getting into school. I mean, this is how you know that my mind is just filled with school. Getting into skincare and taking care of my skin properly, because like I'm done with all these dark spots. I'm done with all these I'm done. So I've been like researching all the different acids and BHAs and all that stuff that will be good on your skin, and the serums and exfoliators, etc. So I think I want to do a like review. I'm also trying out, hold on one second. So I think I want to do a review on the Revolution Skincare 2.5 Glycolic Tonic, because there's been a lot of like stigma on Revolution Skincare and whether like their stuff is good. A lot of people just think that it's just a B-Tech The Ordinary that's just much more expensive, but I've been using this and it's actually been really good to my skin. So I'm going to do like a review when I finish the whole bottle, and we'll see if it actually made some improvements to my skin. This is it if you wanted to know what it looked like. It's kind of cute. But anyways, I'm not sponsored, so I don't need to But yeah, enough of the long intro. I'm just going to get straight into the video. As you can see by the title, today's video is a story time. And it's quite a different story time. It's a short story, but it's like a shocking story at the same time. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say, excuse this thingy, excuse the thing that I've tried to do here. I thought I would be able to like make a nice cute backdrop, but obviously as you can see we failed, we flopped, but it's fine because it's okay. And especially because like the way that my window is, this is where the light is shining, and this is where I'm sure you guys don't really mind much. But anyways, sorry, I digress. Back to the video. It's a short story, but it's kind of like an impactful story as well. It's shocking. Like I wouldn't have ever expected this to ever happen, but then again, I would expect it at the same time. To give you a little bit of backstory on the day and the setting, everything. I was in like year 10, so I was like 14, or I could have turned 15 by now, but no, I think I was like 14. It was like near the wintry time, or autumny. It was like November-ish, around this time last year. And I was coming home from school. I was getting on the last bus that would take me home, and it happened on that bus. That bus was like a lot of stuff happened happen on that bus, honestly. On that bus, there'll be arguments all the time, like something crazy. Either if there's not an argument, then there's somebody that's, the drive, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. Or even if it's not an argument or somebody doing something silly on the bus, then it's traffic. That bus didn't like, oh my days. And when there was traffic, the bus drivers never ever wanted to let anybody off the bus. The amount of times I had to click the emergency button to let my own self off of the bus was just ridiculous. Like, it became a routine, it became a habitual thing for me to do. I knew where exactly I was going to click the button, and I knew exactly how I was going to get off, what would happen, how I was going to respond to the driver shouting at me. I knew what I was going to do. And the bus also used to always be extremely packed because it was a small bus and it only had one door. It wasn't double decker or anything. So it always used to get packed, and because it was packed, people would get frustrated and you would get into argument, but that's neither here or there. How you know, like, the bus and the type of environment the bus was, I'm sure you're not shocked by the title. So on this particular day, I was on the bus, and I was actually on the bus with one of my primary school friends. We was on the bus together, but she wasn't there, she didn't stay on the bus long enough to witness the old woman doing the deed. I was, unfortunately. She got off just as the woman did it, actually. And I never actually told her that the woman weed on herself. I never actually told her, but if she watches this, then she will know. I'm talking about Maya. Hey Maya, oh my god. So she doesn't even know that she's included in this story, but I'm sure she doesn't mind me saying her name. I'll ask her before I upload this. We were just talking and we was on the bus catching up, etc, as you normally do. And I remember that I think there was this boy that came on the bus. There's this boy and he goes to like a local school near where the both of us live, so we would see him either on the bus or in the area because he goes to that school, and I think he lives in the area too. He was really, yeah, he was. Obviously, I'm not going to be the only person that witnessed him. She witnessed him too, and we'd both been witnessing him for a long time. So she was like to me, oh, keh-me, look. I was like, oh my gosh, you look at him too? She was like, yeah. I was like, ooh. She was like, ooh. It was just like, eeh. So then we were just talking about that, and we was laughing, giggling, trying to, and then this old woman came on the bus, and this woman in particular smelled like weed. Now, most of the old people that got on this bus usually didn't smell nice. They either smelled like weed. If it didn't smell like weed, then they smelled like cigarettes. But some of them just smelled normal. They didn't have a bad smell. It was just their own smell. But this woman, as she walked past, she smelled like weed. And I actually recognized her because she lived in the area. And there was one time that me, my mum and my sister and my brother was on the bus, and we was gonna go to like Oxford Street or something. So we took the bus because we can't really drive in. My mum didn't want to drive into Oxford Street. It's not really practical. So we took the bus, and we saw this woman, and my little sister was sitting on the priority seats. And obviously, because the woman is old, she was sitting there too. So my little sister was sitting next to this woman, and she was just making conversation with us. And she was just like, oh, I like your top, to my little sister. And my little sister was like, thank you. And I was just like, because she smelled like weed, but I didn't want to be rude, but it was hard for me to speak knowing with that smell, like I could smell it. But she was like nice. When she was speaking to my little sister, she was nice. She was like, you look nice. Oh, you're so pretty. I've got these China dolls at home. You remind me of them. So beautiful. But anyways, back to the story. So I noticed her get on, and she sat down on the priority seats. We were just talking. We didn't pay any mind to the woman. But then my friend was now getting off of the bus, and it was her time to go. So she was going home. So I said bye to her, and we was laughing about something. I don't even know what, but we started to laugh. And then I was giggling because as she was getting off the bus, and she was giggling too. So we were just like, and remember the boy was behind us on the bus. So we was probably giggling at that or something, I don't even know. But either way, we was giggling, and the stop that my friend Maya got off was the same stop that the old woman got off. And as she was giggling, Maya was already off the bus, yeah, but the old woman was getting off, but she took longer because she had those little trolley things that old people have. Maya was off, and then the woman came. She walked past me because I was in the corner that's near the priority seats, and she was like, what are you laughing at, you slag? And I was like, I was confused. Like, I honestly at first did not think that she was talking to me, because like, what? No, me? the smile, the giggle, the laughter that I had vanished, and I was like, pardon? That's literally what I said, pardon, because I was shocked. And she looked at me, she's like, yeah, you, what are you laughing at? And I was like, shut up and get off the bus. Because I didn't want to argue, but I felt offended because she called me a slag. So I did tell her to shut up, and she said something else. I don't know what she said, I just ignored it and I went on my phone. I didn't want to get into conflict knowing that that boy was up there. I didn't want to start arguing with one old woman. I didn't want to do it, like, no. I was just sitting there thinking, why on earth did she shout at me? Who told you I was laughing at you? And even if I was laughing, what is there to laugh about? Apart from your smell and your scent, there's nothing much to laugh about. Like she called me a slag. So I was getting off the bus in 2 stops, and the bus was driving, and I was just thinking to myself, wow, why is she calling me a slag? But she was off the bus, so I couldn't even do anything else. Like, not that I wanted to, but I was like, wow. Then all of a sudden I hear one woman shout, she weed on the bus. Oh my God, that stinks. Oh my God, that stinks. She absolutely weed. She just weed on the bus. The ways that she was sitting next to me. She was sitting there. She was sitting here, and I was standing here, but there was like a pole over here. So technically she wasn't next to me, but if she had weed, it would have, like, let me get into the story. I looked down when I heard she weed, and I saw a puddle, no cap. I saw like, not a puddle, but like I saw like, you know, like a line, like a trail. I saw a trail of like liquid, and it was next to my shoe, and I said, no way. And then the woman that was sitting next to her initially got up and she was like, oh no, that stinks. She absolutely just weed on the bus. I just sat next to her. Oh my day. The weed kind of got on my shoe a little bit because it led to my shoe kind of. This is why she shouted at me. This is why. Because she must have thought that I knew that she had weed and I was laughing at her for weed on herself. So she called me a slag and she shouted at me for that. Because she weed on herself and she knew that it was disgusting and it was embarrassing. But that is the end of that story. She weed on me and called me a slag. So that's the end of that story. I don't know what to call this, but just listen to the story. So it was the same bus and I just finished with drama rehearsals. So I was going home and it was like, what? I think it was like 7:30. It was 7:30 and it was summertime. So it wasn't dark, it was actually quite bright. Before I got onto the bus, I noticed this man and he was carrying a can of beer and his eyes were pretty red, like they were red. Like, I got chills looking at him, like I felt like, oof. He looked like a regular drunkie, but for me, I don't know, that he personally made me feel shit. Got onto the bus and I sat down at the seat next to the door. Not because it would be easy for me to run out, just because I like sitting there. But that was like a mistake. I shouldn't have sat there at all because that man, like, that was easy access for him. Oh my gosh. He got into the bus and he obviously was like drunk and he was off his head. So as he got on, he was stumbling. It was shaking, like. He tapped on his Oyster card. He didn't move up. He never moved up into the bus. He stayed in front of me. There's no time for I just want to go home, really. Obviously, he did speak to me and I was watching him and he just came closer to me. I was shook and then all I hear is, and then all I see is his face is like, and then all of a sudden his face is all the way like, it was that close. And all I hear is, what's your name? You're beautiful. I was just like, why? Why do you want to know my name? Because I like you. You're beautiful. What's your name? I was like, you don't need to know my name. He just looked at me and stared in my eyeballs. When I tell you, like, he was like, we were this close, literally. If you like, this is not normal. This is not okay. This is not a good amount of space to be between you and a stranger, a drunk man. This is not okay. He just continued to talk like, what's your name? Like, he sounded like that. And there was this one woman just looking at me and I was just thinking, sis, you can't help. Sis, you can't help a sister out. You can't do that. I thought that because I wasn't telling him my name, I thought that he was gonna be like, all right, you're coming on with me. Pardon my Jamaican accent, but like, he left me alone. after a while. This story might seem dramatic, but to me, like, this scared the hell out of me. Like, I thought he was so close. I thought that he was gonna kiss me, no cap. Like, I was shook. I was like, this can't be, I can't, this, no. Now, in situations like this, I don't understand why tasers and pepper spray are not legal to possess in the UK. You're not allowed to have them, but it's kind of dumb because, especially for girls, like, you need that type of stuff. Even for boys as well, to be honest, with all this gang crime that's happening, if somebody's approaching you with a weapon, you can easily just tase them and get the hell out of there, or pepper spray, choo choo choo, and get out. But yes, that's the end of my, I don't even know what to call this, like, series. I don't know what to call it. If you guys can think of a name, then comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for getting all the way to the end of the video without being bothered by you're the real MVP. I also need to, like, think of what to call you guys. I don't want to call you guys dolls because I feel like that's what everybody calls their subscribers. The beauty people be calling their people dolls. I just don't want to call you guys dolls, so we need to think of something. Comment that down below as well, or like DM me, all that stuff. My socials will be in the description box. But anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see in the next video. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. I'm kidding. Bye guys.